Our names are Kay Nudelman and Alan Nudelman, and we joined in 1976 in June.
We heard about Westport from friends who lived here, and we decided that's where we wanted to live. And I think the first thing we did was come over to the Temple and join. Just heard it was a really nice area, nice community, and that it had a golf course and so on.
Longshore is what attracted us, and the fact that there were several synagogues here, or versions of synagogues. So we knew we'd be comfortable here. We came here and met the rabbi, who was Rabbi Rubenstein. Well, he was a sailor, wasn't he?
Yeah, he kept his boat at Longshore, where I kept my boat. And I remember he came down one day, he was on his way to his boat, and I said, you know, this is the only place you can get kosher crabs. So he says, well, let me know where I can get them. Anyway, he was a very interesting guy, nice guy. We did this stuff with Connected, that it was a lot of interfaith work. Rabbi Orkan was a very good organizer, and he did a lot of stuff to keep us all engaged with other congregations. And I enjoyed working with him. I don't think I'm that different than anybody else who moves into town. I had more of a relationship with congregations all my life, more than Kay did. But I'd always been involved since I was a small boy. The first thing I did when he moved here was find out about the congregation and get involved in it. And I think the program here at Temple Israel was very good. Torah study. We really had great, every week was a different subject, different place in Torah that we were. And everybody was very involved and enjoyed it. And it was very clear that it was just one of the highlights of the week to spend time with the Torah study.
Well, I'm proud of what the temple brings to us in what's going on in the world, bringing speakers in. It's very enriching. It doesn't always have to be about Jewish issues, but I wouldn't miss a speaker if I couldn't avoid it. And it's strange, when I was growing up, I wasn't very involved, as Alan said, with the temple in a very small town in Maryland. But here, it's just terrific. Now, a few years after we joined, they had some kind of entertainment, and Alan was in the production, and he played a bar mitzvah boy. So many people were involved in this production. It was at the beginning of our membership, and we got to know so many people that way. What I like about the temple is the fact that we go down to the beach in the summer and have services. It is magnificent, just being on the water. So when I think of the temple, I think, is it time yet for the beach services?
Well, I think it's a very part of the Jewish upbringing is being sensitive to the relationships with all different people of different persuasions. And I think it's an important part of my life, is that I had a Jewish upbringing that makes me very sensitive to interfaith relationships and so on. And so it's, I just can't think of my life without the Jewish aspect.
My father was a town doctor in a town of 900 people near the Antietam battlefield. That's a Civil War venue. We were the only Jews in the town. When he first came in the 1930s, to open his practice, people would stare at him all the time, looking for his horns. I mean, it's just unreal. I mean, you can't imagine. I'm very sensitive about being Jewish. I'm very proud of it, but I don't want to be separated. And I grew up being separated and learning every Christmas carol there was. It was a sort of a strange kind of environment. We would come back after Christmas and the teacher would ask everyone to stand up and say what you received for Christmas. Well, I didn't receive anything for Christmas. There was no Christmas, except I knew all the Christmas carols and I decorated my friends' trees. So everyone was called on but me. And to this day, I hated going back. I should have just stayed home that day. You know, every year of elementary school, everyone stood up and told about their gifts. And I'm like, so it was difficult. It was just uncomfortable. And I didn't realize it until I really moved here. And I've been living here so many years now. It's great. Living in Westport, I'm very comfortable because there are all kinds of people here, and I'm not the only one. And I like it. I'm very comfortable.
Yeah, social justice is an objective that I think is part of everything we do at Temple Israel.
I like the connection. It's something that I guess I always needed, and I had it, you know, where I grew up because my parents were involved in the temple. But it's very, I can't imagine not belonging to a temple either. It's part of my life.